Hello everyone, good morning. So for today's video, we will going to have a video discussion about the solving probability, and our objectives for this morning is at the end of this video discussion, you should be able to solve problem related to probability applying its concepts and theories. So we are being tasked to answer day 14, check, numbers 5 and 6.
Good day everyone, I am Justin May M. Llagas and we have here a problem. So the problem is the probability of getting accepted in X, Y, and Z are 0.3, 0.4, and 0.5 respectively. So the question is, what is the probability of not getting accepted in any of these schools? So ang probability daw ni X, let's make a table muna. X, Y, and Z. So, ang probability daw ni X is 0.3, ni Y is 0.4, at ni 5 is 0.5, and ni Z ay 0.5. So, the question is, what is the probability of not getting accepted in any of these schools? So, in this problem, we would use the probability of complementary events. So, the probability, we have the probability of complementary events. We would have a formula of like that. P of let's just P of A So we have the probability of complementary events. We have the formula probability of complementary A is equal to 1 minus the probability A. So ibig sabihin nito is the probability of not getting an A is equal to 1 minus the probability. So ima-minus lang natin yung probability ng X, ni Y, tsaka ni Z to get the probability na hindi sila mapapasok sa school na to. So, we have here in X, the probability of complementary of X. We have 1 minus 0.3. It is equal to 0.7. Tas kay Y naman, Y is equal to 1 minus 0.4 is equal to 0.6, and kay Z ay 1 minus 0.5 is equal to 0.5. So, eto, nakuha natin yung probability nila na hindi sila makakapasok. So now we will just simply multiply all those probability in each schools or from XYZ to get the total amount of not getting accepted in any of these schools. So we have here now multiply natin yung probability nila, yung we have 0.7 multiplied by 0.6 and 0.5. So when we total this one, we have 0.21 probability na not getting accepted. So that's it.
So let's move forward to number 6. In a high school graduating class of 100 students, 54 studied mathematics, 69 studied history, and 35 studied both mathematics and history. Now, if one of the students is selected randomly, let's going to find the probability that letter A, the student took mathematics or history. So, from this question, we know na our sample size here consists of all the students in the graduating class. So, that would be 100 students. So, 100 students is our sample size. And then, let us define now the following events that occur if one of the students is selected randomly from the graduating class. So now our M here stands for selected students who studied math. And our H is selected students who studied history. Okay, so it is given now that the 54 students studied math and then 69 who studied history, and 35 students who studied both math and history. So we do have here now, let's find first the probability of selected students who studied mathematics. So that would be probability of M is equals to the number of students who studied math. Number of students who studied math, that would be 54 over the sample size or the total number of students in the class. So how many students are there in the graduating class? So there will be 100 students, so that would be 54 divided 100, that would be 0.54. So this is the probability of selected students who studied mathematics. And now let's also get the probability of the students. Let's get now also the probability of the selected students who studied history. So that would be probability of H, 69, and then our sample size is 100, so that would be 0.69. So these are the probability of the selected students who studied math and selected students who studied history. And then M, or the selected students studied math, intersection of the selected students who studied history denotes that the students who studied both maths and history would be that would be probability of M intersection of H is equals to 35 is the students who studied both math and history, right? So that would be 35 over 100 is equals to 0.35. Since we all have now the probability of our selected students who studied math, who studied history, and both math and history, we will now get the probability of the students who took mathematics or history. So the probability that selected students took mathematics or history is denoted by like this. Probability of M union of H. So it will be like this. Now it will be highlighted like this. Probability of is equals to probability of students who studied math plus the probability of students who studied history minus the probability of the students who studied both mathematics and history, or intersection of history. So that would be our P of M union H would be the value of our probability of selected students who studied math is 0.54, right? Plus our probability of selected students who studied history is 0.69 minus the probability of the selected students who took or studied both mathematics and history are 0.35. So let's add that one. That would be 0.88. So our P of M union to H is 0.88, or the our probability of students, 0.88 is the probability that students took mathematics or history.
Maayong adlaw sa inyong tanan. So karon ang sira na to ang letter B nga number 6, letter B. So the probability that selected students took neither of these subjects is denoted by P open parenthesis the segment of M union H close parenthesis. It is highlighted in the figure below. So our formula is P open parenthesis M segment M union H is equals to 1 minus P, then M union H. So our P segment M union H is equals to 1, then our P M union H is equals to 0.08. So 1 minus 0.08 is 0.12. So our P open parenthesis M segment M union H is equals to 0.12. So that's it. Then here's the graph. So kita man ninyo nga ang gi-highlight kay ang sa gawas dili sa sulod. Ang gi-shade. So that's all.
You have here the problem C. The probability that student took history but not mathematics is denoted by P open parenthesis H intersect segment M close parenthesis. So as we can see, we create a diagram since the history is bigger than mathematics. So we shade the history, and as we write this Venn diagram, so this is P open parenthesis H intersect segment M close parenthesis is equals to P times minus P open parenthesis H close parenthesis minus P open parenthesis H segment intersect M close parenthesis. So this is equals to 0.69 since the history is bigger than mathematics, minus 0.35. So the final answer is P open parenthesis H intersect segment M is equals to 0.34. So this is our final answer.